Hello, villagers. There are 4 things that I wish I knew before I had a baby. Those are bonding, body odor, sleep deprivation, and support. Let's get into it. So when you're about to have a baby, there's this ideal of bonding with your child and this loving, I love you kind of thing. And if you're privileged enough to have a partner to go through this journey, there is also expectation of your partner to be feeling this way. But bonding is not guaranteed. In fact, bonding, especially for men, can take a little while because they need to discover and get to know the child. And for me personally, when I had my child and they were like, oh, here's the baby, I was like, no, give me a moment. So be kind to yourself. Take it easy. Bonding doesn't just come through just like that. This is a bit of a strange one, to be honest with you, the body odor factor. I never knew anything about it. Your smell will start to change as a mother. And it is weird. I mean, I always thought that I smelled like flowers, but anyway, once I had the baby, it was a different story. There's a body odor that comes with it that is not always flattering. So don't beat yourself up over that as well, because it happens to some women out there and you're not alone, okay? Just try to maintain a really good hygiene, washing and that sort of stuff. And just even with that, you can still have the body odor because it's part of your hormones. So don't feel alone. You're part of the village. We understand. If you found this information helpful, please show your support by clicking like, subscribe, and share with your friends and family. For more information about the topics and also the products that we discuss in our program, subscribe to our newsletter. Go onto our social media, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and let's carry on with the conversation. We also have a channel for children called OWARIKIDS. Check it out. All the links are in the bio. Support is a key thing. I can't emphasize it enough. Villagers, it does take a village to raise a child, a village to just really basically to do anything. And I would say to you that try and actually find support before you have the baby. So look at your support, look at the people that you're around, people that you can access, that you've got access to, and actually have conversations with them about the fact that you're having a baby, how you see their role in your life as, you know, in the context of you having a baby, and what kind of support you're going to need from them. That is really, really important, because sometimes, whether it be your mom, your grandparents, whoever it may be, it's important to have that clear communication so everyone's clear as to what their role is, and also to be able to say, you know what, I know you want me to be like this in this context for you, but I can't do it. So then you're able to then manage that situation and look for alternative support. The other thing is that when you have got support, it can help you with sleep deprivation. So if you are tired, you can get someone that comes in and helps you through the night. You can have someone that looks after the child for a couple of hours just to give you time to have a bath, or which of course is going to help you with your hygiene that we was talking about earlier on. It sort of interlinks with all the other things that we've discussed. But it's really, really important to be clear on who your support is going to be, and also be clear as to why you chose that person, or, you know, it could be a couple. And I say why, because you have to look at somebody who's going to support you that has proven record of what they are like with their own kids, if they've had kids. So it's about the outcome. It's about what their children are like now and how their relationship with their children is in the present. So don't just pick someone that just had children. You have to pick someone that's actually brought up children and actually has had an impact in terms of the outcomes of what the fruits of their labor is showing. Also, another thing that I would suggest that you have and look into is have a parental, mentor. And it's the same thing with a parental mentor. Don't just go and get somebody that is just going to be like, oh, I know, I've had 4 kids, so I can tell you what's going on. It's about somebody whose child has got the actual fruits and the seeds and the outcomes that you'd want your children to have. That's what you should be looking for. And of course, the other thing I would say to you is that if you really are stuck and you need help, go online and go onto YouTube. There's lots of advice besides, of course, OWARIKIDS. And look online and find some advice, but also think about going on a parental course, whether it be a parental course online, a parental course in one of your community centres or anywhere, or just go and sit and speak to maybe one of the elders of the village and just get some insight of things that you're concerned about, or things that you just want to just find out what their journey was like in having children. That's so important, and those kind of knowledge are so key to you being able to pass on to your kids when they're grown. So sleep deprivation, seriously guys, the tiredness is so real. When we found out I was pregnant, our next door neighbour said, Synth, you need to sleep. Get as much sleep as you can. Grab as much sleep as you can right now. Then I had another friend that told us, you know what, Synth, I haven't slept for 5 years. And I was like, what are you guys talking about? This thing about sleep? I don't get it. I get it. I understand. And you know, villagers, I see you. I understand. I totally get it. But I would say to you that understand where you are. You are going through a phase. There are going to be changes with your baby, and your baby is going to end up going into more of a good pattern eventually, even if it's after 5 years. But the other thing that you can do in the meantime is try and grab 5-10 minutes of just being still, just having some quiet time. It might not be just laying down and trying to sleep, just being, not doing anything, not cleaning the house, not doing anything, just sitting there and being still and having a quiet time while the child's sleeping is one way of dealing with it. The other thing is, of course, you can look at sleeping with the child sleeping and having little naps in between. I wasn't really good at that because when the child was napping, I wasn't able to really nap. And when I did nap, I'd wake up like, oh, is the baby all right? And just freak out. So I wasn't that kind of person. So if you're not that, find new ways to deal with it. That's how I would approach it. Villagers, what are your thoughts about our conversation today? I'm really looking forward to reading your comments. So please don't forget to make your comments. Let me know, are you trying for a baby? Have you got a baby? Or you're actually in the actual drenches, as they call it, fighting through all these things that I've discussed with you today? Let me know your thoughts, of course. And let me know, are you with a support system? What is your support system? Have you been able to find a support system? And don't forget to like, subscribe, and don't also forget that we've got a children's channel that is going to help inspire your children. And as always, remember, it really does take a village.